Hello, everyone. Welcome back once again. Today, talking about a few unknown supergroups. And I know you're looking at the screen thinking, well, I know these groups, GTR and Asia, and how they get, guys from various famous bands, Genesis, King Crimson, Yes, and all this kind of stuff. And these guys get together, and they put together these supergroups, and sometimes they last a little while, but they're usually not around very long, and sometimes that can be because of egos, or maybe these guys are under contracts with different record companies, or they've got obligations to their other bands and things like that. And so they don't really, sometimes it's hard for these bands to get off the ground. But I was looking around and I found a few that were kind of interesting. Now, I could not find where any of these bands ever recorded any music. I mean, they may have done some recordings, I think, but they never really released anything because it was just kind of like the idea stages. And I thought they were kind of interesting groupings. If they could have, put something out, it might have been kind of cool. So, anyways, we'll take a look at a few. This will just be really kind of quick here. Like this first group here was made up of, a drummer, Chris Slade, and the singer from Midnight Oil with Yul Brynner and Telly Savalas. And anyways, Yul Brynner passed away, so they kind of disbanded. Then they got back together. Telly Savalas passes away. So it's kind of a group that never really got a chance to get going, but it would have been an interesting record if they could have done something. And this one, Jim Croce, John Oates, and the guy from One Day at a Time, they were gonna do something about mustaches and rock and roll, and then Croce unfortunately passes away in the crash, and so they couldn't really get that going. So John Oates just hooks up with Daryl Hall, and they kind of forgot about this one. But once again, it would have been probably kind of cool if they could have did something. Then you go over to Steve Howe from Yes and Doc from Back to the Future. They tried to get together here and there throughout the years to put something together, but Doc was busy, building time machines, and Steve's just doing so many other things that they never really had a chance to really do a whole lot together. But I think they may have recorded a few tunes, and maybe someday they'll end up on a movie soundtrack somewhere. Well, anyways, that's all for today. Hopefully you're having a great day, and maybe you've seen some of these super groups yourself. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.